Come on, focus. There we go. The connection is not great out here, so I'm gonna have to, if it goes, I'm just gonna have to take some like videos, like, you know, then upload them on my Telegram and Instagram. So I do apologise, guys, if it's really, really terrible. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, who's George F? I can see your comments now, George. Couldn't see it on the previous screen for some strange reason. Hashtag van life, baby. Yeah, and that's why I'm currently here. That's why I'm doing this live stream right now. Van life, baby. Gonna find the Magna Carta thing. Have we met before, George F? I should be coming up to this thing soon. My trainers have no grip whatsoever, like they're pretty much like down to the, they've been worn down over the summer. Let's see, Cooper's Hill Woods, birthplace of modern democracy. Oh God, we need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of this as well then. Urban, so donated Cooper's Hill Woods National Trust in 63, most of the 35 acres. Woodwood lies in the pond site. It's looking interesting, valued for its rich community of breeding birds, exceptionally fine old veteran oak woods. Yeah, okay, cool. But beef steak fungus. Bracket fungus found on the trunks of oak trees in late summer and autumn. It's rough surfaced and reddish brown. It's so shaded brown. The timber of darkness. Yeah. Dude, I need to go shroom hunting, man. Where the shrooms at? But yeah, anyway, let's continue. The Magna Carta. Magna Carta! I see a structure here. This must be one of them. Watched your videos and follow your Twitter. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Cool. I thought you might have been one of my before time friends, before time associates, or whatever you want to call them. The sort of normie sheep people. That makes me laugh now. They're all complaining, oh, cost of living. Yeah, because you fucking wanted lockdown, you bellends. That's the reason why. You wanted furlough. This is the repercussions of your choices. But obviously, them lot are so economically retarded that they don't understand even basic things like that. Okay, wait. I thought that was over there. That's why I got no real sympathy for these unions or these people going on strike. It's like, well, you said you're going to take the bullet. You said that it was worth the sacrifice. So why the fuck are you going out striking now? Get back to doing your job, wage slaves. You know what? This is the end. This is the results of the consequences of your actions. Get back to work, wage slaves. Let the government take tax out of you. Pay for your own tyranny. What the fuck is this? Look at that, so muddy. What is this? What is this? Oh, I'm so on the verge of slipping over, guys, for real. It's so slippery. My train, they're so muddy. Oh. What the fuck is this? What is this? It's going. Hang on, let me get the flash on. This is quite smart. This is quite intelligent. This is quite. So I've just got into this structure, trying to find the Magna Carta thing, and it's only in the reflection of the. Let me read it from this way. It says, "No free man shall be seized or imprisoned, or stripped of his rights or possessions, or outlawed or exiled, or deprived of all his standing in any way, not will be proceeded with force against him, or send others to do so, except by the lawful judgment of his equals, or by the law of the land." Okay, that's what it says in the reflection of the water. So, yeah, and then up there you go. Quite interesting little structure. Hopefully I didn't kill the screen being in there. It was saying it was really bad connection. Let's see. Cool. Let's get out of this mud pit. I don't think that was where the Magna Carta was signed. Well, who knows where, actually. Let's be honest, guys. It's 2,000 years ago. Who really knows? Who really knows? Sorry, not even longer than that, sorry. No, about, what is it? 800 years? Who really knows what went on, though? So I don't trust archaeologists tell me what happened last week, never mind what happened, like, hundreds of years ago. Fucking hell, look at the mud on this, man. Fuck, I'm already slipping. Fuck. Shit. I need like a stick. I need a stick. I need a support stick. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Like my shoes are being pulled off by this. That's how, like... Fucking hell, why? I just didn't think it'd just be this muddy, guys, for real. Oh, okay. I'll do some Krypton Factor stuff, and I'm just going to climb over this rather than. Actually, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to climb. I'm just going to edge around it. A minute ago is called the Rit in the Water. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Well, I'm just going to. Get myself around this. In the camera lens will be muddy, but yeah, I think so, man. I think so, make sure it's slow. Oh fuck, I'm caught in some. Fuck you, yeah. Okay. I just didn't bring my boots. I thought, oh, I won't need it. Sure, it won't be that bad. Okay. Where are we going now? Did Patriots Flow, did you see about 5 minutes ago when I was in that weird structure with the water in the middle? You've got to backtrack 5 minutes and see what I'm talking about. Okay, it's better now. My feet are absolutely soaked because these are not waterproof, these trainers. Okay. Almost. It's reminds me I went to Wales with Jam for Freedom. Saying that, I'm currently wearing my Jam for Freedom hooded top. But I went with them to Wales, and then I'm a bit of a wanderer. I went out. Me and Laura B. We went out to some random fields, and it was basically a bog, and it was just mud galore, right? Her trainers got swallowed by the mud. It was. Ask her about that time in Wales. It was like, oh my god. But it wasn't. This is better than to how the backfields of Wales were in the valleys. Okay, I see a structure up ahead. I think this is like the Magna Carta thing. After we're going to find a JFK Memorial. I don't know why there's a JFK Memorial by the Magna Carta thing. So that's some kind of weird. And see at any moment. Even though that's ridiculous, and presidents are meant to be elected, not selected. And that would also mean it will be a Democrat president, not a Republican one. So it's totally pointless. Guys, I'll be honest with you, if I was an American citizen, and Kanye was allowed to run in my state, I would probably vote for Kanye at this point. Because fuck Trump. Trump's boring. No energy. He'll never be president again. And he's totally become part of the swamp. Have you walked all the way from Egham? Yes, I have. But it's not too far away. It's only around the corner. Man lost to mud. R.I.P. Yeah. I know. You get that, don't you? Like mudslides and like... There's a leaf blower. Annoyingly, there's a leaf blower at the Magna Carta structure. So if I go near him, all you'll be able to hear is... Oh, this is a field for cow. Oh, duh. I was seeing that there were mud, we call it like their shit basically, but I just didn't put two and two together. So this is a field for cows as well as the Magna Carta, so that's quite funny. So let's slowly make my way towards there anyway. Hopefully this guy will be gone. I mean, fucking how many leaves you got to blow? Oh my god, my feet are absolutely soaked, guys, for real, like. It's like. You near Heathrow? No, but there is an airport near. Kind of near to where I am, if you know what I mean, because this Eggham's kind of like on the border of Surrey and Oxfordshire, you know, on the M25 kind of thing. So, I mean, it's literally only 40 minutes drive away from Oxford town itself, and the airport is near, is it Bedgrove, is it, near there? So that's probably what it is. Well, I think Heathrow, yeah, wait, Staines, Heathrow, yeah, that's near there, isn't it? Yeah. Oh shit, I thought that was an opening gap. It's not. It's a fence there. There's barbed wire there. Oh, okay. How do I get to this thing? Gatwick. Is it Gatwick? What's near Staines, guys? Is it Gatwick or Heathrow? I can never remember. I always confuse those two airports, to be fair. Yeah, it's Gatwick, isn't it? Yeah. It's in Surrey, isn't it? Oh my god, I've got to go down there, but you can't see it properly from a bit. It's like mud central over there. Okay. Okay. But I want to go over there soon because something about JFK Memorial. Yeah, Heathrow's near Staines, yeah. Yeah, you know it's funny. So did I. What is it? E-roll 4130. Me too. Me too. That's where I learned where Heathrow was, based on the Ali G movie. I was in Staines last night. Funny enough, I walked there from where I was because there's not much in the town in Egham. I mean, it's nice high street. Don't get me wrong, but it's I mean, it's much better than like Burgess Hill, but there's not too much there, so I thought, I'm going to walk the Staines, only a 20-minute walk, so I did that, and yeah, it's alright. I went to the Spoons there, the George it's called, and I got chatting to some people, but she kept going, oh, I'm 36, and I'm like, oh, that's very nice, yeah, and I work in the Bell. She was a good looking bird, but she was pissed, right? And then she was going, oh yeah, come to my pub tomorrow and see me, blah, 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 and all this. And you know what? I could do after this, technically, because we did get along fine, but the thing is, yeah, she's probably fucking chapped. Do you know what I mean? That's the impression I got, and I just can't be bothered wasting my time with that. So, no, I think I'm just going to fucking hell, look at my fucking like, shoot, man. It's like halfway caked into that. Oh my god, and it's not, and I got I can feel all the water. Oh my god, look, I'm pretty much submerged. Fucking hell. Okay, let's say this, right. Birthplace of modern democracy. And what a wonderful shining example it is today. For centuries, either the church or the crown owns the meadows. Each meadow was split into shares, long strips of land, which should be tended by the local people. The fields for grazing, also under the control of the locally elected herdsman. And it's better than a dog catcher, I suppose. And left for hay throughout spring and summer. This type of farming practice is still used at Runnymede today under the fence. During the summer months, the meads at Runnymede become a haven for wildflowers and abundance of colours and aromas. These meadows come cool. Right. That's it there. Right, let's go in. Oh my god, it's more mud. Okay. Guys, I'm doing this for the Magna Carta. Okay. Where's my parade? And don't be sarky and say, oh, they have it in Brighton every year. It's just it is another sort of typical high street kind of place. It looks like the same as every other high street, if you get what I mean. It's not really charming. The only thing is down the road, heading towards Eton, it's got a nice. If you go on my Telegram and type in Windsor and stuff like that, you'll see it on my Telegram. And Windsor, when I was knighted. So, American Bar Association Memorial to Magna Carta. Okay. The Magna Carta Trust. The memorial of the land of which it stands is vested in the Magna Carta Trust under the chairmanship of the Master of the Rolls. The pinnacle object of the Magna Carta Trust is the perpetuation of the principles of the Magna Carta. The Trust, well, they're not doing a very good job of that, have they? The Trust also maintains and cares for the upkeep of the memorial, which is commissioned by the American Bar Association. Why the American Bar Association? It's that simply because, really, their constitution is essentially the Bill of Rights, with them over 5,000 people, built of Portland stone and supported on the 8 octagon pillars. The memorial is a domed classical temple in the Greek style. In the centre of the memorial pillar, the English granite subscribed to commemorate Magna Carta, symbol of freedom under law. You guys see this, sir? What do they say? The Duke of Gloucester in 1987 and the Prime Minister of India in 1994. So these trees here. What else? Magna Carta throughout the ages. It says, after the third and final amendment in 1225 by King Henry III, the Magna Carta was confirmed by 1297 by King Henry I and placed on the first great roll of English statute, thus becoming the first constitutional document in the world. It has throughout the ages formed the basis of law and democracy in the civilized world, seen by every Englishman as a safeguard for their constitutional rights against unjust and arbitrary rule. The tenets of the Magna Carta have been upheld and used successfully throughout history. Really? Really? Doesn't seem like it. During the Tudor and Stuart reigns of the 16th and 18th century, religious intolerance and persecution was rife. By the early 1600s, Puritans, no longer tolerated by the Church and Crown, set off to seek a new life of religious tolerance in the new world of the American colonies. In 1620, upon the Mayflower, the Pilgrim Fathers set sail for Plymouth, taking with them a copy of the Magna Carta, the principles of the Charter granting freedom under the law, went to form the basis of the Constitution of the United States. Later, the Bill of Rights, of which Thomas Jefferson said, all men are created equally in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's what I mean. It's just the Magna Carta and stuff. The Bill of Rights is just the American Constitution. But here's the thing as well. I mean, it kind of contradicted itself. So it's been upheld and used extensively. The majority of the public believe it. If they don't believe it, even though it's a written document, then it's not worth the paper it's printed on. That's what these common law people don't quite understand. It's like, yes, you are correct, but the majority believe it. You know, the majority of the people have to believe it. If they don't, then it's not worth anything. This pursuit, it's just a problem with people who use common law in the courts today. Their version of common law, I think their version of common law is half truth, half wizardry, half bullshit. They try and use it in a court that doesn't recognise the stuff that they're talking about, and it's just, why do you think it's going to work for? If the majority of the people, if you're aware that the courts are corrupt and no longer follow the Magna Carta and other documents like it, then why do you think all of a sudden that their decades of believing that it won't will just suddenly just change like that? I mean, it's just ridiculous. The whole, like, they believe in common law, but they don't seem to have common sense. The pursuit of equality and liberty as laid down in Magna Carta brought about the abolition of the slave trade by William Wilberforce and President Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, by the way, didn't care about slaves. He actually hated blacks. A lot of people don't quite understand this. Abraham Lincoln is the Joe Biden of his day. People forget that. He only freed the slaves as a weapon to slow down the South, because the South obviously used a lot of slaves because the South were winning. He didn't care about slavery. It's got nothing to do. The Civil War's got nothing to do about slavery. It's about state rights. He just freed them, tricked them, and basically said, "Hey, if you come over to the North, you'll be free," which wasn't really true at all. They still got treated quite badly and stuff. But he just used that more as a weapon to slow down the Southern war machine. But you won't get that in history books, though. Magna Carta is still, in the 20th century, some 870 years after its inception, forming the basis of human rights. Its passages were quoted by Nancy Ascot of the Battle for Votes for Women during the suffragette movement in the early 1900s. The principle of Magna Carta formed the basis of human rights during times of war under Geneva Convention and in times of peace in the Universal Declaration on Human Rights adopted on the 10th of December 1948 by General Secretary of the UN. The constitutions of India and the emerging democracies of Eastern Europe have enshrined key elements of principles. Why are they behaving the way? Why did they all make their citizenry then have mandatory jabs? If that's the case. See, all you did, then you don't really believe in liberty. You don't believe in free speech or free movement or anything like that. You're just larpers. You're pretending to be people of virtue. The principles of Magna Carta. In the original Carta, there were 63 clauses, although the Runnymede Charter, that's where we are right now, the Runnymede Charter was subsequently amended. Many of its principles were continued and are still in practice, they enshrined in law, common practice. Clauses 1 to 5, the rights of inheritance, the right to inherit at the age of 21, the coming of age. See, this straight away, this is not followed today, because we have inheritance tax. So basically the state can steal your inheritance wealth. So straight away, that is not followed. Clause 6, permission to marry from one's next of kin. Permission to marry from one's next of kin. What? Permission to marry from one's next of kin. Okay. Clauses 9 to 11, the setting of standards for the collection of debts. Is that taxation, basically? Clause 13, the liberties and freedoms of cities and boroughs granted by the sovereign. The last town to be granted city status by the ruling sovereign were Preston, Newport, Stirling, Lisbon, and Newry in 2002. I think that's slightly different now, isn't there? More, I think. Clauses 17 to 40, the end of federalism, birth of rule of law, including the punishment to fit the crime, trial by jury, provision of a will, law of probate, right to freedom under law. Clauses 41 to 42, the right of free and safe passage. Further details, Magna Carta, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What's this one now? History of the Magna Carta. Okay. Just take some photographs on my other phone as well. Oh. Anyway, in 1199, King won in victory for Philip Augustus, King of France, and John returned to England in civil war. The barons of England were now in open revolt. Having financed John's failed war effort, they were no obvious contender to the throne, so they created an alternative program for reform, or as we know it today, the Charter of Liberties. By capturing London in June 1215, the barons forced John to negotiating table, and here at Runnymede, the king placed his seal on the Magna Carta on 12th of June 1250. However, this is not annulled the document. Driven to revenge by autumn of the same year, the barons had offered the throne to Louis, son of the King of France, as a bitter civil war ensued. However, the Magna Carta was not dead. Upon John's death in 1216, his 9-year-old son succeeded to the throne of Henry III, and his minority council appointed to govern in his infancy resurrected the charter. Henry's strength grew after victories over Louis and his supporters at Lincoln and Dover. Support for Louis dwindled in September 1217. He signed a peace treaty CARTA Island and withdrew to France. The defeat of Louis was used as an opportunity to reissue Magna Carta with modifications, including a supplementary charter dealing with forest law. As his new edition was much smaller, the main charter became known as the Big Charter of Magna Carta. In 1297, the Magna Carta entered the statute book, becoming the first constitutional document in the world. The use of the Magna Carta in subsequent years as a basis for reform and protection against tyranny has led to the development of democracy throughout the world. It provides the basis of law and individual rights under Clause 39, which states, "No free man shall be taken, imprisoned, outlawed, banished, or in any way destroyed, nor will we proceed against or prosecute him, except by lawful judgment of his equals by the law of the land." So even with all of that in it, why do we have Guantanamo Bay? Why do we have the Terrorism Act? Why do we have the Patriot Act? So all of this grandstanding, all of these liberal, these charters, these documents and all of that, why do we have a Terrorism Act? Surely that would be seen as a very much anti-liberty. But I'm sure there were many people at the time, maybe even in this chat as well, that welcomed the Terrorism Act because, as Davy Stewart said the other day, it was a really good thing he said, was that fear is our kryptonite. Once you let fear into your mind, lock us all down, throw people in prison without a right to trial. Just throw them in prison under the Terrorism Act, not knowing that Terrorism Act will one day be used on you. Won't be used against these caricature Arabians in a cave building bombs. It will be used on you. The whole thing is a psyop. You can't see the stone here. One man's terrorism is another man's freedom fighter, exactly. This memorial was erected on the 20th of July 1957. So, placed here with generous support of Bowie's, Schindler and Flexner LLP, that's a law firm. "15th of July 2000, American Bar Association returns to this day to celebrate the Magna Carta foundation of the rule of law for ages past and a new millennium." 18th of July 1971, this day, the American Bar Association again came here and pledged adherence to the principles of the Great Charter. So here we are. This is it, guys, okay? To commemorate Magna Carta, symbol of freedom under law. Was it all worth it, guys? Was it all worth it? It's like X Factor or whatever really shit TV's on. Neil Oliver thinks they are bringing in hundreds of thousands of criminal unknowns to pave the way of digital ID. Yeah, it's all a psyop, isn't it? They're using those immigrants. That's why I don't hate the immigrants, personally. Because, hey, if I was a person from a third world country or shitty country, and then I heard that there was a soft country out there giving away people 5-star hotels, giving them free phones, everything, free meals, it's free to them. I mean, we're all paying for it, but it's free to them. Then I would also get on a dinghy as well, probably, and come here. I mean, I don't blame them, really. Because put yourself in that, if you say you're in a really shitty country, you are, aren't you? It's human nature, really. So I don't blame them, really. What I do blame are the people that are doing it, and that's all of our people. It's our own people doing it to us. It's the Conservatives. It's Labour. It's Lib Dems. It's Green. It's SNP. It's all of them. Then that. The true solution is, guys, you've got to end the welfare state. I'm telling you right now. That is the true solution to it. End the welfare state. You will never stop mass immigration. You will never stop immigration totally. It's just impossible. People who say that, we'll just end immigration, like fucking retards like PA, for example, We're going to stop immigration. We're going to stop it. We're going to stop it. Just like that, like a flick of a switch. We're going to stop it. Yes, it's Caroline. What's it? Caroline Green. That's not her name. It's oh fuck. What's her name? I did have a name. I've forgotten it. Anyway, that's the Magna Carta structure. Where is this JFK thing? Yeah, the written water. JFK Memorial. Okay, so I have to go. Well done, Fat Robber. Caroline Lucas. We need to dissolve Parliament. Guys, just get rid of, like, I'm honestly of this point now. Just get rid of democracy totally. Like, we do things all the time without politicians' help. What's the most important thing that people do? They need food and water, don't they? Yet we don't need a government to get that for us. We just go to the shops and go and buy it ourselves. You do it with your money. Honest to God, like Trump proved this, and Obama in a way, they proved this. They shut down the government for a few days. Remember, they were going, oh my God, the government's going, oh, what are we going to do? How will we function? Then it shut, and everyone just continued with their lives. It's a total illusion, the whole thing. You just vote every day with your money. That's all you do. Like, we live in a modern age now. You can live stream right now. I don't need the BBC. I don't need a state broadcaster to help me. It's like we do everything by ourselves now. The government, it's archaic. It's such an old model. Oh, we need the government to do things. No, we don't. It's total lies. Look at this JFK Memorial. In a way, that's what Thatcher meant by the whole thing of there is no such thing as society. She meant that in a sense of, you know, like, do we really need a government? All you need to do is look after you and your immediate family. That's it. That's all you need to do. You don't need the big nanny state to look after you. I'm seeing a picture of this. Oh, look. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II planted this oak tree on the 7th of December 1987 to mark National Tree Week. And what a very fungus, mould ravaged tree it is as well. Alright, let's go. Then take it off. Yeah, you don't need a state education system. The entire curriculum could be learned. It is like the internet is an education in itself. Like, all the things I've learned to do in recent years have been simply watching a YouTube video. How do I build this? Let me just type it into YouTube. Or what's a cure for this? That's what Mum does now. Mum, just go on YouTube. This particular ailment. Bang, straight away. So the reality is, guys, we don't need a state anymore. We don't need state services, really. And even if there was no state services like transport, there'll be someone who would take it over because they want to make money. They want to make profit. I know to some people, oh, profit's an ugly word. It's like, no, it's not. Profit is what actually builds this country. People who want to make money and be successful. That's the motivator to succeed. So profit isn't an ugly word. It's a good word. I mean, as much as I dislike Elon Musk, right? I mean, would you prefer... I mean, well, it's a bit of an oxymoron, actually, I've just said that, because he does get state money. He gets all of these subsidies. But would you prefer an Elon Musk sort of services, or would you like a state service? It's like, you're obviously going to say that because he's better, obviously. Memorial. There's no actual sign here. But... let's take a few pictures. So let's look at the backs of them first. 1989 U.S. Convention Rights of the Child. Best interest of the child. That's what it says on the thing here. Best interest of the child to be a priority. Well, that certainly isn't being upheld by any state. The educator. Well, not according to some of the courts. Child refugee has the same rights as other child. Government must help reunite with parents. Under 15 years, yeah, they'll just bring them here. Under 15 years old to take part. I can't bother reading all this. It's just garbage. The whole. It's just, again, the whole thing. All of this stuff, they write it down, and it's all just a giant virtue signal. It's like, you know, like when these are protesters saying refugees are welcome here. This is the Taj Mahal, I think. I assume. I don't know what the hell it is. What is it? I don't know what this is, to be fair. This is just nothing. Random. No comment. This is a picture of someone where it used to be better times. And yeah, of some sort. This house on by a pond. Scales of justice or not? No, I don't think they are scales of justice. They are a scale with a pot and a quill on it, or a feather. Some Cantonese of some sort, I don't know. Again, other language of all sorts. The golden rule. I think it says the golden rule in many other languages. Someone typing on a keyboard. People watching this stream. It looks like someone's giving a speech. It's like Speaker's Corner. And the actual chair is like a motherboard as well, some kind of circuit board. Paper shredder. That's all of Epstein's client list. That's all been shredded by the Clintons and who knows what. Mousetrap.